Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me for this very special video. Now exactly 1 year ago today, I put out the very first video on this channel, which is where my friends and I tried to combine hockey with tennis. And then over the next year, I learned how to edit and make solid content. I also put out 20 other videos on this channel, and I even changed the entire channel name and concept. Now I thought that in celebration of the 1 year anniversary of this channel, I would go back over the first 3 videos on this channel and go over all the things that I liked about the videos, all the things that I could have done better, and finally give you guys a bit of background information about those videos. So let's start at the beginning with the very first and also still most viewed video on my channel. Now a bit of background on this video, basically about 6 months or so before we released this video, I had the initial idea for Hybrid Hilarity, which is the first name that my channel was originally called. I was watching The Odd One Is Out on YouTube, and if you haven't heard of that YouTuber, basically it's a funny animation channel about a guy who animates and narrates different stories about his life. Anyway, I was watching one of his videos, and he made a reference to chess boxing, which is a hybrid sport where 2 players will play a round of chess, and then they'll go in the ring and box for a round. After hearing this, I thought, is anyone else trying to combine 2 different sports that should not go together? And that is how I got the idea for my original channel name, Hybrid Hilarity. I had tons of different ideas for different sports and games that I wanted to try to combine, but the 2 sports that I wanted to combine the most were hockey and tennis. So after months of planning and figuring out how I was going to get the equipment and how I was going to do this, as well as asking a few of my friends to help me out, I was finally able to make this video.
Wasn't that bad?
It's pretty good. I went out, I spent a lot of money. I did not mean to spend that much money.
Oh really? Even after doing YouTube for like a year, I still don't love watching myself on camera, but whatever, it's for the video. How's it going, all you wonderful people on the other side of that screen? My name is Corey, and I want to welcome you to the very first episode of Hybrid. Okay, I'm talking so fast here. And the reason why that is basically because back then I just really hated the idea of doing a bunch of cuts when I was talking. So I wanted to try to do the whole thing in one go, which forced me to speed up my speech because I was trying not to mess up. And in retrospect, this was a really stupid idea because every single YouTuber does cuts when they're speaking, and I do it all the time now. For today's episode, we're combining hockey
And tennis.
No, the other one.
And tennis.
Okay, no, and tennis.
I still love that gag.
The ball bounces twice on your side, you lose the...
So this is the tennis part of the video, and it was actually filmed like 2 or 3 days after we filmed the hockey stuff. It was filmed at my old gym actually. They had tennis courts that people could book, so I kind of booked the tennis courts at a late enough time where there wouldn't be other people around, so we wouldn't bother them with the filming and the terrible tennis playing. If I was to change something about this, it would have definitely been to do voiceover for all this explainer stuff, just because the sound quality is really shitty. Like you can hear the weights banging in the background, and there's the sound of the lights here. I think you can hear it.
Love 15,
Yeah,
30,
like you can hear the sound of the lights as well.
And then again.
Evan was the one who edited this first video. He added the Wii Sports music, the Wii Tennis music, and the sound effects and stuff. That made it a lot better.
And another important thing about the game of hockey is that there's always at least...
So we filmed all the hockey stuff in February, I believe it was, and I picked the coldest and windiest day possible. I picked a day and a time that I was hoping a lot of people wouldn't be around the rink, because we used a public rink for this video. But oh my god, it was so cold. The wind was terrible. Like the boards did not help against the wind at all. Like in this scene, for example, we're up against the side of a building that's right beside the rink, because that's the only way it would block the wind enough so you could actually hear me speak. The weather made it really shitty, but it was still a lot of fun to play. It also would have been nice to have enough players to do an actual game of hockey, but I was fortunate enough to get the people that I could that day.
Game's tied up right now.
I don't know if it's weird to laugh at my own jokes that I came up with for this, but I don't know. I think it's really funny. Michael played that super well. He was just talking, and then the little run back. He was wearing, I don't know if you can tell, he's wearing shoes. We borrowed goalie gear from Logan. He's in the next video. He's a goalie. Michael's not. Michael's never played goalie before, and Logan's skates would not fit Michael, so Michael's idea was to wear sneakers. on the ice. So that's why he's actually like running. Okay, we actually got super lucky because, like I said, it was super cold that day, but there was like dressing rooms available in the building beside the rink, and that's kind of where we hunkered down for a lot of the stuff when we weren't shooting. So what we did in this video, and what we didn't do in other hybrid videos, was actually do a bunch of like jokey versions of combining the two games. So again, super cold that day. I was out there in shorts and a t-shirt, freezing my ass off for this shot. It is very hard to fall and act like you're actually falling and not catch yourself, especially when you're on like hard ice and it's freezing cold. So like, that looks okay. Like it does kind of look unnatural, like I meant to do it. But I did that probably like 10 times because I just could not get like a natural shot of me falling. So we couldn't get, I think you can see just where I paused it here, how like flimsy the net looks. It is a super flimsy net. So we had to weight it down with the hockey net and a bench because the wind kept like blowing it everywhere. And even with that, the wind was so strong that it kept blowing it. So we only got like 10 minutes of playtime for the actual like hybrid game, but I mean, it turned out really good. So, and another thing, like after we filmed all the super cold hockey stuff for hours, like that took so long and that was a super long day. We all went out and got something to eat and it was a lot of fun. I really liked filming with other people. It was cold and miserable, but people I filmed with made it a fun time. So we'll move on to the next video that I made, and you may notice right off the bat, there's like a 3-month gap in between these two videos. And the reason why that is because of coronavirus. So we put this video, the first one, out in like the 1st of March is when it was released, and literally like a week later is when lockdown was announced. And I had the idea for the mixed drinks like around that time. So I went out and bought like a couple $100 worth of liquor because I'm like, oh, okay, well, if everything's gonna shut down, then maybe we can still film. No, that couldn't happen. So took months, but as soon as lockdown lifted, we were able to film this mixed drink video. This video, I'll tell you right off the bat, the most fun I've had filming a video. Just literally, I provided all the alcohol. I got Michael and Nathan to help me out. TJ's in the background mixing all the drinks, and Evan's filming like usual. Seriously, the most fun. We just try different drinks and rated them, and we get progressively drunker throughout the video. I love filming that. Make it home if you're legal age, of course. We don't condone underage. The intros are pretty long, I notice. I would have rather just hop right into the video, maybe just like a little bit of shorter intro. I can say though that I sound like I'm a lot better at speaking in this video than the first one. I slowed down a lot and obviously didn't try to memorize an entire like paragraph to say in one spiel. Instead, I kind of went like a few sentences at a time like I do in this video and a lot of other videos I do. So that's definitely a positive thing. Also, like, I figured he would cut here, so that's why I kind of like was delayed with my reaction to taking a shot, because drinking alcohol straight is gross. Let's be honest.
DJ, pass the Coke.
Not that Coke, man. All right, gentlemen. Another thing that I really like about filming with other people is that you can bounce ideas off each other. Like that Coke gag, which I love. That was like just us like sitting there and we were gonna like introduce the different drinks, and then I don't know who came up with it. It might have been me, might have been Michael or someone, but I thought it was great. So basically we just try a bunch of different drinks.
Great.
And rate them. And from what I remember about this video, Mountain Dew was really good. But before we get to this next drink, I just have a question for you guys.
Do you do the do?
That's what I was gonna say. That was also completely like unscripted or whatever. That was gonna be my like intro to it, and then Michael just figured it out. He said it too. Yes, it was. So my reaction is 100% genuine there, and it's hilarious. See how it tastes, gentlemen. Yeah, you can tell. I'm just like, holy shit, this is really good. So Mountain Dew was really good, but the one that was terrible was tomato juice.
I didn't even taste the whiskey in it. This is just a horrible vote. I hate tomato juice. I don't know why people drink it.
So as you guys have probably noticed, I have a new person to my right. So this is Logan, a buddy of mine. He lent us the goalie gear for the previous video, and he just showed up because he knew we were doing this. Michael did not want to try milk, so he's just like, yeah, I'm out. And Logan's like, yeah, I'll do it. So that's why we have Logan subbing in for, I think, milk and
He is
chocolate
substituting
milk.
in for Mike whenever you're trying.
Here you can
whiskey,
tell I'm
rum,
like
and
super
vodka.
drunk.
Now we would like to tell you.
Yeah, so after we finished filming this, literally they were just like mixed drinks everywhere, like cups of drinks all over my basement. So we got really drunk that night. Super fun night though, honestly, just filming with your friends, making a fun video. This would actually be a video that I would consider doing a part 2 of. All right, so let's move on to the last video that I'm going to talk about for today, which is combining baseball with dodgeball. Now, a couple things about this video. You may notice it is the same location where we filmed the hockey and tennis video, just because I knew that it was like a very quiet location, so it worked out really well. And you can tell here from this shot, we rented a drone and got some awesome shots. It was really expensive. I wouldn't do that for every video, but it was a lot of fun to play around with that and get some cool shots, and it made the video look a lot better too. So yeah, I was happy with that. Unfortunately, the audio got really cut out here. I would have liked to have done like some voiceover or something while I'm doing this. But the idea was for me to just like explain it while walking through the middle of the game while dodgeballs are being thrown, which, I mean, it looks really cool. I think it worked out well.
Honestly, that's pretty well all the rules of dodgeball. It's a very simple game, but it's also a ton of fun. So let's play it.
Now, you're gonna notice here, I'll play this like frame by frame, but I could see out of the corner of my eye, Connor wind up to throw that ball at my face. Like, I gave him the instruction to throw it at my face because I thought it'd be a funny way to end that scene, but he just wound up to beam it at me, the asshole.
So let's play it.
You can see I cringe like right before it hits me because I see it coming, right? Show you this too. So the red team ended up winning, but what you might notice is that Michael here, he's on the blue team, he's on my team. But we got this like transition shot from the dodgeball to baseball. We got this like one of the last shots of the day because a lot of people had left at that point. And we didn't have enough people on the red team, so I had to give Michael my red hoodie. And I just asked him to put the hood up, so I was hoping no one would notice that he switched teams.
Yeah.
Biggest thing that I would change for all the hybrid hilarity videos if I were to do them again is I would not do the big explainer before each game. The idea behind that was basically that I wanted to explain the sports to people who are watching and might not know about the sports and be a cool like learning experience for them. But I think I would have put a lot more emphasis on the actually like playing the games and the hybrid games and stuff like that, and maybe talk a bit more about like the people on the team and try to get people more excited about like the teams and stuff like that and root for the teams. I think that would have been a better decision. This is my favorite gag in the whole video. Like, Nate's a guy batting there, and I just asked him if he would do it, and then Connor is off screen. Connor, same guy who hit me with the dodgeball. He's off screen doing all the yelling and stuff like that, and Nate just did an awesome job with this.
Did you stop talking while I'm hitting?
This was a super fun concept, honestly, and it was a lot of fun to play. Probably the best hybrid we came up with. Like, hockey and tennis was fun too, but this actually, like, it worked. Like, it was a competitive game, I found. All right, so that's all the videos I wanted to go over today. Honestly, that was a lot of fun. The nostalgia from those videos is just awesome. Even though, like I mentioned, there is some stuff that I could have done better, all in all, I had a ton of fun filming those videos. Just filming with friends is so much more fun than filming by myself, even though I love the new format that I do these videos in, and because it's so much easier and I can push out content a lot faster. I do miss filming with other people, but I might do it again someday. It just depends on when all of us have some free time and I can put some actual planning into a big video like those again. So for those of you who've been watching my videos all year, thank you so much. It sincerely means a lot to me that you would stick with me throughout this entire year and watch all the videos that I put out. So thank you so much for everyone for subscribing, for liking, for leaving comments, for just watching my content. I really hope to see you in my next video, and here's to another year of great videos.